Nigeria, a nation rich in culture, resources, and faith. Home to over 200 million people, it's a country of immense potential. But beneath the surface of this vibrant land, a deep and painful crisis is unfolding, one that claims thousands of lives and displaces millions more each year. For over a decade, communities, particularly in Nigeria's Middle Belt and northern regions, have been caught in a devastating cycle of violence. While the complexity of the conflict involves resource competition, ethnic tensions, and the rise of extremist groups like Boko Haram and its splinter factions, a disturbing pattern has emerged. Many international human rights organizations and religious freedom advocates have pointed to a targeted campaign against Christian communities. Groups like the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom and Open Doors International have documented a systematic pattern of attacks on Christian villages, churches, and farmers. They argue this isn't just random banditry, but a coordinated effort to displace and eliminate these communities. The term they often use is religious cleansing or even genocide. They come in the night. They burn our homes, our churches. They kill our men, and they take our women and children. They want to wipe us from our ancestral lands. The Nigerian government, however, consistently reframes this narrative. Officials often describe the violence as a result of clashes between farmers and herders, or the work of bandits and terrorists, deliberately avoiding any religious labeling. The government of Nigeria is committed to securing every inch of our territory. We are dealing with criminal elements who do not represent any religion or ethnicity. Our security forces are working tirelessly to restore order. This gap in narrative creates a fog of war, leaving victims feeling unheard and the international community divided on how to respond. And just when the world's attention wavers, a new tragedy strikes that brings the horror into sharp focus. In late February 2024, the world was reminded of this ongoing nightmare. News broke from a remote community in Nigeria's north. Armed militants, believed to be from a faction of Boko Haram, stormed into a displacement camp in Gala, Borno State. Their target? Vulnerable families who had already fled their homes to escape violence. In a brazen and heartbreaking attack, they abducted over 200 people. Among them were at least 25 young girls and women. The story of these 25 girls is a microcosm of the larger tragedy. They represent innocence stolen, families torn apart, and a future thrown into uncertainty. Kidnapping for ransom, forced marriage, and indoctrination has become a brutal tactic used by these extremist groups. My sister is among them. She is only 17. We have not heard anything. We don't know if she is alive, if she is safe. We are begging the government, we are begging the world to help bring them back. As of now, the fate of these girls remains unknown. The Nigerian military has stated that search and rescue operations are underway, but in the vast and difficult terrain of the Sambisa forest, hope is a fragile thing. So where does this leave us? The debate over terminology, whether it's genocide, religious cleansing, or mass atrocities, is important for legal and political action. But for the people on the ground, the labels matter less than the reality. The reality is one of immense suffering, loss, and a desperate cry for security and justice. The resilience of the Nigerian people is being tested like never before. Community leaders, both Christian and Muslim, are calling for unity and peace. International pressure is mounting on the Nigerian government to reassess its strategy and protect all of its citizens equally. The story of Nigeria is not yet written. The chapters of violence and fear are real, but so is the hope for a peaceful future. The world is watching. What can be done? The conversation must continue. Share their stories, support reputable humanitarian organizations on the ground, and demand accountability. Because behind the headlines and the political debates are real people, waiting for a dawn that has been delayed for far too long. Thanks for watching. If this story has moved you, please share it to raise awareness, and subscribe for more in-depth reports.